Hi everybody! I'm going to show you how to make some patterns today and how to label them. Patterns are really important in math. They're one of those most basic things. We see patterns everywhere. Sometimes we see them on our cat. Sometimes we see them on our shirts. Sometimes we see them just all around, even in nature. The way that seasons are a pattern. Fall, winter, spring, summer. Fall, winter, spring, summer. Even that becomes a pattern. Patterns are important in math because when you count by 2s and 5s and 10s, if you really know your numbers, you can start to see patterns. Even when you multiply things, you can start to see patterns in the way that numbers work together. But today we're going to go way back to the beginning. I know you know how to make patterns because so many times when you're drawing or when you're painting, you say, hey, there's a pattern, or I see you making a rainbow and you know what color comes next, and then how to make that rainbow repeat itself. And that's what really makes a pattern. It's not just a bunch of colors all laid out and not just a bunch of little objects all laid out, but the way that they repeat in a certain order. That's what makes a pattern. So I have, and like I asked you a couple weeks ago to start collecting some things, I have some buttons here, and I have yellow and blue buttons, and I'm going to make them into a pattern. So I am going to stick them on my really fancy blue painter tape. You know how I like that. So I've got my yellow, and then I'm going to stick a blue. This is the most basic pattern. I'm going to go yellow, and then I'm going to stick, guess what color comes next? Blue. And then it's going to be yellow, and then I'm going to stick blue. Are you going to stay? There you go. So now I'm going to label that pattern. And when we label patterns, we use A, B, and sometimes more letters. Today we're just going to do A-B patterns. And the little pattern cards that I'm sending home with you on Friday, they will also just have A and B's as part of their patterns. So this first one is A. Now the next button that I have is a different color, so I'm going to use a different letter, and I'm going to use the very next letter of the alphabet. Do you know what that letter is? B. I was hoping you'd say that. So here's B. But look, the next letter, the next color in our pattern repeats. It's the same one as before, so it's the same letter, and that is A. So we've got an A, B, A. Oh, that's the same one as before, so I'm going to use that same letter to label it, and it's B. So this is called an A, B, pattern. Yellow, blue, yellow, blue, yellow, blue is the same thing when we use this label as A, B. That's a kind of pattern. We're going to use the same buttons and make a new pattern. And I'm going to get rid of B here, and I'm going to leave my A there. My yellow button is my A. That's the first one in the pattern. Now instead of using B next, I'm going to use another A. And now I'm going to use a blue button. It's going to be my B. And I'm going to repeat it now. Get ready. Yellow, yellow, blue. Yellow. Do you know what comes next if it's repeating? Yellow. What comes next? Blue. Yellow, yellow, blue. Yellow, yellow, blue. And now we're going to label it. Ready? A. And that one's the same, so it's going to be another one. A. Now that one's different. Remember what that's going to be? B. It's going to be B. B. Here comes the next one. A. B. And that's our pattern. A, B. Now patterns are fun because you can make up your own pattern like I did. You can also have somebody start a pattern. Maybe they would start it A, B, and you have to think of what comes next. Sometimes it's fun to play a game like that. What comes next in the pattern? Yellow. So continuing a pattern is another way to learn and practice them. Having somebody start the pattern and you keep adding on to it. That's fun to do with beads. It's also fun to do if you have kind of blocks that you can stack, and you can do a pattern tower that keeps getting higher and higher and higher with the patterns or the colors. I'm going to email you a couple more ideas. What's fun is that you can use so many different things around the house. Buttons, acorns, seeds, grass, leaves, petals from flowers, all those things you can use to make patterns. There's Jovina saying hi. She's gonna send you another email, another video later about solids and liquids. Bye for now.